Welcome to world famous Mid-Ohio, home of NASCAR, IndyCar, CART, IMSA, American Motorcyclists Association, and NASA. No race weekend would be complete without replacing a part, starting with the water pump on the good old 01. The team got her running and she ran like a dream all weekend. We did again, of course, have some brake problems as we've decided we must move on to a different manufacturer. But 01 performed well in test and tune as we headed to the track. Taking the green flag in 14th place, we immediately started moving on our friends and competition as we took our march towards a hopeful podium finish. As we head into the S's at Mid-Ohio Crest Madness, we're closing in on Ken in the gray Mustang and Glenn in the beige Porsche 944. While the 944 is not as fast as the Mustang, Glenn's doing a great job protecting the line, making it hard for me to find a good place to get around. As I get around Glenn, I start heading in after Ken, hopefully to get him coming out of the carousel, maybe into turn one. It looks like Ken's going to leave the outside open for me, which is the line, but no, he closes the door, forces me to the inside. Will I back down? Heck no! Coming out of one, we're climbing the hill towards the keyhole to catch our first Miata of the day. It may be hard to tell, but the back straight is downhill into China Beach. So as we pass the Miata and gain speed, we need to get ready to get on the binders and make a nice right turn into the S's, culminating with Madness, an uphill, downhill, left-hand turn. The rear end gets really light. As we're finishing up the S's down into Thunder Valley, we come across another black Mustang. Beautiful car. Was having some trouble that day, but we took advantage of the position. Attrition would be the name of the game. Not only did we need to pick up places, but we needed to maintain a stable car that could last the whole 4 hours. This is the counselor, Jeff Antonelli, as we're heading into China Beach. He pushes me hard through the S's. I finally get it before Madness. As the day wears on, it's hard to control our tiring cars. Watch out, Miata! Next up is our friend Tim and his red BMW. That car just hates Tim, but they keep showing up anyway. Good racing, Tim. Speaking of tiring cars and drivers, here's Doug going through turn one. And Antonelli takes the position back. Can't slip one more spot. We're going to fight this Beamer into the backstretch. Through the keyhole, I use the concrete to grab traction to slingshot me to the outside of the track, picking up speed of about 80 miles an hour. It's time to pit. Going to swap places with Dr. Mark. We'll make a quick stop to get our 5-minute clock and then fill up with gas, check the tire pressures, and tighten those lug nuts. Jamie and Jake are wearing the same fire-resistant driving suits that we use to protect them in case something goes wrong with fueling. While I was helping Mark strap in, I broke the mirror and had to get a tool to try to fix it so he could go back out. Jamie is torquing the lug nuts to make sure we don't have a single loose wheel before Mark heads out. Mark is behind Glenn again in his beige Porsche 944. Let's see how long it takes. Mark has to stay left of the red and white berm before he merges into the straightaway. There's our friend Tim again, and just ahead of Tim is Glenn. Looks like Mark's going to pick up a couple spots. Hitting 110 miles an hour before applying the brakes to take her down to 85 miles an hour into turn 1. Mark is about to catch Glenn. A few laps later, attrition starts as we find a pair of Thunder Roadsters on each side of the keyhole. It's just a local yellow, so we'll continue to race. Now with the full course yellow, the rescue crews are on the scene. We're going to be very careful. Pits are basically closed, so we're just going to take laps at a slow speed. It's the beautiful AccuSeal BMW as we're getting ready to restart with the green flag. We hope we can snag him and maybe a couple other spots. Here we're defending the line from Glenn, keeping him from getting all the way out, which in effect pinches the turn, giving us the advantage. Again, using the concrete to slingshot us past the Miata, heading down the backstretch. Oh no, the AccuSeal BMW has gone off to the left. Rescue teams are on scene, but his day's over. The black Mustang finally gives up the ghost. Our first winner sticker!
video.
First place in our second race this season. It's looking good, gang.